Hi everyone and welcome to a slightly different view on racing games. Today we're going to be the betting man and we are going to play Sport of Kings, which was available on the ZX Spectrum. We're going back in my collection. I still have this game. I still have a ZX Spectrum 3, would you believe? But it is an absolute nightmare, and I will get around to doing it because I'm not a fan of having to do stuff on emulators, although it has exposed me to some new games by doing so. But I still have all these games, so we shall see. Anyway, so Sport of Kings, we'll stick with everything. We're not going to read the instructions. This is easily one of the best betting games I've ever played. That seems like such a niche genre, and it seems to be very frowned upon now, obviously with betting and stuff going on. So we'll go for 75 horses in the season. Weights of the horses and the jockeys will affect the results. The going will as well, and the jockeys might as well. We won't have a kitty. We'll just have the one player. I will be side just so that it gets us through. And we don't want to auto run any races, let's go in blind. So it will sit there and it will calculate 75 horses. The same names seem to get used throughout every single run that I've ever played of this game. And here we are on the main screen. So down here you can have players come or go. You can print out form guides and results and so on and so forth. You can take a look at your money. So currently I only have 100 squid so far. You'll have a form book over there which we'll take a look at in a second. Let's take a look at race 1. So we have Lester Piggott and Willie Carson, probably the only two jockey names I'll ever know. Their weight is the 8 next to it. Their odds 6-1, so if you put £1 on you get 6 back. The thing is, after 5 furlongs and going firm, we have no idea who does what. So that's why I asked you to auto run some races at the beginning so that you get some kind of clue as to what's going on, but I just wanted to dive in. So on the old betting, you can just stick it all on to win. Each way means top 2 or 3, depending on how many runners there are. We're on the max of 9, I believe, here. And you've got a straight forecast and a reverse forecast, which is putting a couple of horses in a certain order. So I'm going to be the ever odds man and go each way. And I'll go for Collie. Let's be flush and do 15 squid. Then your bet is done, your ticket goes through, Mr. Cigar Man goes, and we're taken to the race. Mastertronic made this game. We're on the off and it's only a 5 furlong race, so it really is a sprint. Now I believe that commentator did used to actually commentate with weird little sound bites. According to the instruction manual, there was some like add-on that you could try. I like the little medical car zooming along. But yes, so essentially you watch the horse race. It doesn't look like I made the right call there because it's the very last horse across the line. So a photo finish for first. It will sit there and decide what it wants to do. So after me, He-Man and full stop. So I'll then take you to your payout screen where I have zilch. It will sit there and pluck out whatever horses and going and so on it wants to do for race number 2, and so onward and so forth the game goes. So let's take a look at the race info. So 6 runners this time. No one's returning. I didn't take a look at who's that, but it's 1 mile and it's a firm going this time. You can take a look at the form cards of each thing. So if I looked at Teacup, it doesn't have a form card because none of these have raced. Let's go for a second one. Let's go for an each way again. Oh, I'm going to go with Topsy. And we'll do 15 squid again. So, it couldn't have got worse than last time. Of course it's a mile, it's slightly longer. Now, what you may find, ooh, Topsy's in the lead, is that yes, you can go all the way to the finish line. However, if the horse gets from one end of the screen to the other, that is also classified as a win because it can't go any further along. And so it's considered that it's so far out in front. So if Tip-Off suddenly went all the way to the end of the screen and he was like, argh, that horse would be declared the winner. Exactly the same, I believe. There's another game that's similar to this called Derby Day, and I can't remember if that has the same philosophy on it or not. I want to say yes. Oh dear. Looking less exciting now. But one of the things that I will say is that this game does appear to have the ability to give certain characteristics. And I've played games beforehand where a horse will come right the way from the back to at the very end to win and put on a little sprint. Oh, I got a third. But I don't think that will pay out in a 6-horse race. So, kids, what's this telling you? Gambling bad. Gambling bad. Oh dear. So nothing again for me. I gotta go until I win something, surely. Instantly showcasing exactly why betting is infectious and I've never done it. So, here we go. So now we're starting to see the odds affected. So we're at 7 furlongs, but the going is good this time. Now remember we was at last time, it was a mile and the going was firm. So the going has changed. So although Tip-Off at 4-1 is a favourite, and it's had a 2 last time by, was it that it was a long race and therefore was quite happy? Did it like the ground? Was it the jockey that changed it? And you can see I'd already bet on Collie last time, didn't I? So Collie was rubbish, came last, so that has now got a more of an outsider odd, so it will start to gear you more in the right direction. And if I go to the form book, so Collie has one form card and it will remember where you finished as to why, so that you can sit there and go through and go, right, well that was the jockey, that was the going, and this is what has changed. So it's as in depth as you want it to ever be. So I'm going to go with Tip-Off because it is the favourite. And again, let's just spunk all the money out the wall. And in theory, depending, if it likes the distance, it could be good. It could be that it doesn't like good ground and therefore will struggle again. And this is why horse racing and betting is still such a huge pastime for so many people these days, including my father, who's obsessed with the damn thing. Used to make me bet on Grand Nationals every year, and I used to pick out the horse's name that was like close to my family. Tip-Off and Ratter doing very well. Comes to the conclusion Collie doesn't like anything. So it's clear that Tip-Off likes the distance, and also potentially the going as well. So it just needs a good jockey on it to make sure that it will go all the way. Oh, it's well off. Is it going to hit the end? Nope. Don't tell me I'm going to bow. I've only gone and won it, or have I? Yes, stay back. Yes! Win, 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 win. Hooray! Well, I feel validated all of a sudden. So tip off, rip off, and ratter. That's a top 3 of names. So I put on 15 quid, so I get back 102 for some reason. Didn't quite know how the extra 2s come along. But that is Sport of Kings, made by Mastertronic, available on the ZX Spectrum. 2 or 3, I think, because it's a 48k game. And I have to say, I've spent far too many afternoons as a kid on that one, trying to follow in my daddy's footsteps. Now you can see Teacup now is slightly heavier because it won, and now it's a short race with the going good. So in theory, that horse should not be as good. So thank you very much for watching today on Sport of Kings on High Plane Games. Look forward to seeing you for something a little less passive next time. But I just wanted to show the case this one because it seemed to fit into the whole racing philosophy of January. Take it easy. Bye for now.